That's where we are in this country, Jimmy.
Yeah.
And that's why we need you to run for president.
Ha!
You've been bringing it up on this show. And I saw you talk about it with Chris Hedges. And I saw you talk about it with Jackson right here. And guess what? They're not the only ones who think it's a good idea.
Who else thinks it's a good idea?
So,
Kurt, you think it's a good idea?
Talking to me.
What do you think, Kurt?
I think Jimmy is a walking dead man if he does that.
Well, guess what? Max Blumenthal said that it gives him hope in a dark world. He did. And you know what Caleb Maupin said? He said that would be a real political game changer. And you know what Orff said? Our friend Matt Orfalea?
I thought Caleb Maupin said I wanted to take away your capitalistic gains. What did Orff say?
He said that it is a once in a multi-lifetime opportunity. And you know who I spoke to just 2 days ago?
Oh, don't tell me.
The GOAT, Ralph Nader.
Yeah, you want me to end up like Ralph Nader?
And Ralph Nader. Oh, no, I don't think so, though. And Ralph doesn't think you'll end up like Ralph Nader.
I wouldn't. But because I have the gift of humor. And but anyway, no, but that's very nice of you to say.
Dore 24 has a nice ring to it, Jimmy. Dore 24.
Okay, so, I just want to point out, if you saw how the presidents look at the end of being president, it looks like a meth before and after warning poster every time. Yeah. So I would say being president, not even once.
Well, Kurt, how does everyone look after getting health care and after ending the wars and after having their wages raised and after having hope? I think there's a lot of people who are going to look better once they have that if this man runs for president.
If Jimmy would be willing to lose some hair, you're right.
That's all right.
Jimmy, I will sacrifice a few of my nice brown follicles and I'll give them over to you. I'll do a hair donation if you run for president.
So this is where we're at. People want me to run for president, and I'm trying to reduce the stress in my life. I'm trying to find a way to get a break from the stress in my life because I don't handle it that well, and it's really, and so that's where I'm at. I would like to. I think it would be fun because it would be so easy to make them look like the frauds. Well, they look like the frauds. I would just be pointing it out, and this is a great time, but it's a great time for someone like me, but. I have way too much baggage. There's too much stuff in my past. I spent 30 years drinking and doing drugs in nightclubs. And I'm sure there's videotapes of me doing things. You know, I mean, look what they did to that. Who's the Caulfield guy? What's his name? Who's the
Madison Cawthorn. The thing is, though, they've already tried to crucify you and it all backfired. I mean, it's right. Those things have literally become the butt of your best jokes now. They've already tried it and it failed.
Exactly. And look at what happened when they tried it against Trump and against Rogan. They grew fastest. Trump was elected president because the media attacked him and threw everything it had at him, both parties against him, everyone against him. He was elected president despite being the antithesis of what his working class voters were. Imagine if instead it was someone that was actually speaking for people, someone who actually believed in what they did and was going to give them what they needed. That would be completely different.
Yeah, I hear you.
The more they'll try to demonize you, the stronger you'll become.
Oh boy, that would be nice. I already talked to my psychic, and
like Nancy Reagan?
Yeah, the Reagans, they had their psychic. Did they have an astrologer?
I think so.
Remember when Hillary did a channeling and she talked to Ghost Eleanor Roosevelt?
No, but I have friends who are who do actually do that stuff. I have friends who's a tarot card reader, right? Karen, she's a hilarious comedian. And
I don't believe in that because I'm a Gemini and we're skeptical.
Wait a minute.
And then the woman I read Carl Jung books with, she also is a astrologer, right? She's into that and she knows all about it. And she's convincing me that Carl Jung was also into it. And she keeps showing me these. So look, he talked about it here. He talked about it there. And so I've consulted the occult. I have consulted the occult.
You have to consult the entrails of a goat. That's the real predictive method.
Well, I'm very flattered that and there needs to be someone like me come along. I hope that happens soon.
You've been ahead on everything. I mean, it is hilarious that Zelensky, the top liberal hero of like the neoliberals right now, is a comedian who ran and became president.
I know, it's kind of like shit is being set up so I would do this. Yes. I know, it's kind of like the world is conspiring to make me do it, but I don't know.
It'll probably take like 3 guys or ladies in a row failing at it for that to like. I can't imagine like Bernie. It is amazing how they like ruined. I mean, it was just amazing to watch that. Yeah, and I wasn't even like I thought Bernie. I told you back when we did Sasha's show, and Sasha's in this makeup that wasn't convincing, and Bernie was like, "I'm concerned you're exploiting this man," and I was like, "Oh, he's a nice guy. He will never be the president of the United States."
Imagine what we could do, Jimmy. This campaign could instead take action. Instead of organizing like a traditional campaign, we could get people out in the streets. We could give people who are organizing a new generation of unions that are organizing, we could give them a place to come to, a party, a major new populist party that would instead give them an alternative to death and co-optation in the Democratic Party. This would be we could finally answer the question of whether revolution is going to happen in this country through the electoral system or it's not. There's so much that could be accomplished. It is a win just to do this regardless of what happens, not least of which I believe that you would win.
That's very nice. All right.
Get in a crowd. I want to get in a crowd and yell Dore 24. I think that would just sound incredible.
Well, I appreciate the support, and I appreciate the sober analysis from Kurt Metzger.